loves, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a very, very important topic that needs to be spoken about because I don't see nobody talking about it. Finding a way to give our parents grace despite what we've been put through.
8 inches.
Look at them inches, look at them inches, look how long she is. Oh. It is crucial to recognize and acknowledge the pain that has been caused by certain doctrines, teachings, restrictions, beliefs, indoctrination that comes with being a witness. Just think about all the pain that you went through as a witness. Acknowledging this pain, understanding how certain beliefs and certain teachings that I was taught and certain ways that I was indoctrinated impacted my self-esteem, my self-worth, and relationships really helped me to acknowledge that. It's okay to feel hurt and frustrated by these experiences. Your feelings are 100% valid. It's important to remember that a lot of our parents were or are following what they believe to be the best path for their family. Understanding your parents' perspective and putting yourselves in their shoes can help to soften the edges of the pain that we've experienced. It doesn't make it feel better, but it softens the blows and it helps you understand, because with understanding comes compassion. It's also important to realize that our parents, they were influenced by their own upbringing and they were influenced by their own beliefs that they hold dear to their heart, that their parents or grandparents or whoever, whichever guardian they had, taught them. While it doesn't excuse any of the pain that it caused, understanding their perspective, it helps with the healing process. I want you to take a look at the way your parents were raised. Seriously, take a look at that. Look at your grandparents and think about, did they raise your parents in a healthy way? What environment did your parents grow up in? Were they immigrants? Think about where they were living, what conditions they were living. Was there a lot of abuse going on, a lot of kidnapping going on, a lot of robberies going on? You never know what our parents went through, especially if they migrated from somewhere else to come here. They went through a lot. What was their childhood like? What trauma did they have to experience? Did their parents give them the love that they needed? Did their parents show them emotions, show them the love that they needed? Did their parents listen to them? Did their parents communicate to them? Did their parents value their opinion? Did their parents listen, really listen to them? Did their parents acknowledge their emotions? Did their parents even care what they had to say or think? Sometimes you just hear like, oh, well, that's just how I was raised. And back in the day, well, in my day, you know, it's not like that anymore. At some point, we have to stop saying back in the day and start realizing we ain't back in the day. We are in today. We're living in the present. We're here for today. So we have to start taking accountability and start to break these generational curses. Our parents didn't do it. And if we don't take the initiative and do what we need to do, then our children is going to reap the consequences and is going to have the same problems we are having. Sometimes our parents didn't do what they needed to do and didn't treat us the way they needed to because they didn't know how. They were just doing the very best they could with the information they had. Some of our parents genuinely believe that being a Jehovah's Witness is the truth. Some of our parents just want us to live forever. They really just want the best for us. If the roles were reversed and you had the same life experiences as your parents, the same thoughts, the same mindset, the same perspective, the same beliefs, you grew up exactly how they grew up. You experienced everything they went through. You dealt with their trauma that they had to endure. You would be making the same exact decisions that they're making. You're not in their shoes. You don't have their thoughts. You don't battle their demons. You don't know what demons they're battling. And let me tell you, I don't care how healthy of a relationship you have with yourself, everyone is battling demons. You don't know what demons they're battling. You don't have their mindset. Nobody's mindset is exactly the same. Not even your partners, not even your siblings, your parents. No. Realize that if you were your parents in this exact situation with their same logic, with their same mindset, their same thoughts, their same brain, their same DNA, their same body, you would make the same exact decisions they're making. You are not them. They are not you. Nobody is you. So stop expecting yourself out of people. Stop expecting your parents to make decisions the way you would make decisions, because you're not them and they're not you. If you keep on expecting yourself out of other people, you're just gonna end up disappointed and hurt. Sometimes we're too hard on our parents and we we need to give them grace. Granted, I completely understand that there's extremely abusive parents out there, but there's also parents that are just completely unaware. They have cognitive dissonance. They're so brainwashed, but at the end of the day, they genuinely love you and they just want to give you the best. They just want to give you the life that they never had, that they weren't able to have. They just want the best for you. Most of them. Some of them are freaking a-holes and are the scum of the earth. Like, some of them don't deserve no praise at all. But for some of them, they genuinely do love you. Our parents are really just giving us the love the way that they know how. They're doing the very best with what they know. And please don't take this as me negating the pain you've went through. This does not in any way, shape, or form make what they've done to you okay. It does not negate the pain that you've went through and you're going through. It doesn't negate the toxic way that they treat you, the unacceptable way that they treat you or don't treat you. This is simply for you. This is simply providing you with
understanding,
so you can approach the situation with a clear mind and not with hatred. And you can approach the situation with compassion instead of hatred and resentment, because having hatred and resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. One key to giving your parents grace is practicing self-compassion. And I know it's hard, especially if they put you through so much. This is not for everyone because everyone's story is different. I'm not saying that all your parents are like this or everyone should do this, but this is just a suggestion. This is what's worked for me. This is what's given me back my peace so I don't have hatred and resentment towards my family members, is understand that your feelings are valid. Acknowledge your feelings, journal, write it down. Understand that it is okay to set boundaries. It's okay to set boundaries to protect your mental health, because you're the only one that's going to protect your mental health. You're the only one that's going to go out there and get the life that you want. Self-compassion allows us to acknowledge our pain without harboring resentment. Don't match their energy. Do not match their energy. That's what they expect. Protect your own energy. No one else is going to do it for you. Protect your own energy so that you always give out love and positivity no matter what people face you with. You make sure that you're doing your part. Give love and positivity into the world instead of all this hatred, this anger, this resentment, this bitterness because of the way you were treated, the way your parents treated you, the things you went through. You don't have to treat yourself and others and the world the way that people treated you. You can come out on the other side different. And if you have things you need to get through, go to therapy. Go to therapy and talk to someone about it. Deal with it. This is not for the weak. Healing is not for the weak. Breaking generational curses is extremely difficult and it takes a lot of time, love, care, and compassion. Your happiness is your responsibility. It's
your life,
not anyone else's. It's not your parents' life. It's not your kids' life, not your partner's life. It's not your siblings' life. It is your life. When you're ready to take control of your life and you're ready to live the way that's best for you, regardless of what your parents think, you stop putting them on this high pedestal and you put yourself on the pedestal. No one else's opinion
will matter.
Life really sucks at times. Bad things happens to us for no reason, no explanation. I do not believe that everything happens for a reason. I do believe that most things happens for a reason, but not everything. Sometimes people get sicknesses, sometimes people die, sometimes people get abused for no reason at all, no valid reason at all, no acceptable reason at all. It's just life. It's painful and it hurts like a and there's absolutely no remedy for it. There's no medicine for it. Sometimes we try so hard to constantly search for this remedy to soothe our pain. We go to drugs, we go to alcohol, we go to people, we go to sex. We try to do that to take it away. But the cold hard truth is that you have to deal with it. You have to write it out. You have to deal with it. You have to face your demons head on, or else they're always going to haunt you. You are the only one that can face the monsters in your closet and defeat them. Sometimes there's no happy ending. There's no bright side. Some people never have the opportunity to see their parents again, to talk to their parents again, because their parents have cut them off and they're considered dead to them. Or sometimes their parents have actually passed away. Or sometimes you've went through a traumatic experience that you can never take back. That pain will always be there. Some people are grieving their parents right now and their parents be alive. The hardest thing is to not just to grieve your parents and for them to actually be passed away, but to grieve your parents and they still alive. It's like the worst breakup ever. forever. Some people are grieving their parents and they have parents that are alive, but they just choose not to acknowledge their existence. That shit hurts. It is painful as hell, but it will get better. Acknowledge that pain, because acknowledging that pain gives you back your power. Your pain doesn't go away if you don't heal it. Sometimes shit just sucks and there's nothing to be said.
It just sucks.
It's just life, but you can't let it consume you and rule you and take you over. Sometimes it's just life and you have to deal with it, accept it, and move on. Not saying you have to push it aside and act like it didn't happen.
Accept it, embrace it.
Face it head on so you can move on. The quicker you accept it, the quicker you can move on with peace and love. You just have to accept it, feel the pain, and keep pushing forward. Don't ignore the pain, because the pain is only going to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. It will get better, but you have to stop avoiding the pain and acting as if it doesn't exist or as if everything is okay and putting on a fake ass smile. No, you're hurting. You are hurt. You're in pain. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge the fact that you're hurt. Acknowledge the fact that people hurt you and you're not okay with it. Acknowledge the fact that you're hurt and upset the way that you've been brought up, the way that you've been treated, the things that you're put through, the things you have to endure. Give your pain a name. Let it breathe. Face it. For once, instead of trying to numb your pain, sit with it and feel your emotions and cry and let it out. Feel your pain. Stop having expectations of your parents. Stop having expectations for them to heal their trauma, for them to wake up from the brainwashing, for them to just wake up to the truth, for them to just see you for who you are, for them to understand you, for them to love you the way they need to love you, for them to wake up to treat you better. Never have expectations of nothing. Never have expectations, or else you'll always be disappointed. You'll always be hurt every single time. The recipe for disappointment is having expectations, because you cannot control anything outside of yourself. That is delusion. That's why I always say to focus on your goals, focus on you, focus on what makes you happy, focus on what brings you joy. Don't expect anyone, not even your parents, not your partner, not your siblings, not your best friends. Stop expecting people out here to provide you what you should already be providing for yourself. Create your own happiness, create your own life, create your reality. It's more than making money. It's enjoying life. It's enjoying the experiences that you have in life. You don't want to be on your deathbed saying, damn, I should have done that. Oh, I wish I did this. Oh, I wish I made amends with my parents. Your parents are not going to be here forever. Appreciate them while you have them. Focus on your goals so you never have to struggle. Don't follow someone else's dreams just to please others. Don't follow what your parents tell you you should do just to please them. Don't follow into that little JW life just because that's what would make them happy, because they're never going to be happy. You cannot make your parents happy. You may think you are making them happy. They may think you're making them happy, but no. Everyone is responsible for their own happiness. They're never going to feel truly fulfilled if they're not the one to bring themselves their own happiness. Live your life for you, because when you live your life for other people, you're saying no to yourself. Say yes to yourself and live for you. Take time for self-reflection. Go to therapy, meditate, yoga, exercise, eat healthy. Surround yourself with a supportive system, a supportive community. Remember, healing is a process, and it's okay to seek professional help if needed. Get some therapy, my G. Get some
Therapy. Get some therapy.
Whenever you're ready, open communication with your parents is crucial. Yes, you need to have at least one open, honest conversation to get everything off your chest. Share your feelings and experiences. Share how you feel. Don't hold it in. Some people don't have the opportunity to talk to their parents because they're 6 feet below ground. You have the opportunity to. Focus on your own journey rather than blaming your parents for where you're at in life, and take control of your life, and you take yourself to the places you want to go. You take yourself to the destination. Don't expect your parents to drive you. You got a car, you got a license, go yourself. When you have an open communication with your parents and you get things off your chest, it creates a space for understanding and healing on both sides. And understand that your parents may never understand you, okay? Don't have expectations. They may be so stubborn, have so much cognitive dissonance, be so full of themselves, have so many narcissistic qualities that they refuse to see the truth for what it is. They refuse to acknowledge the pain that they've caused you. They refuse to see that sometimes they got it wrong. They did it wrong. They're in the wrong religion. They raised you in not a great way. And sometimes they're just not going to acknowledge that, but that doesn't for a second invalidate your experience. It doesn't invalidate your feelings. Your feelings are valid. Who is anyone to tell you that your feelings aren't valid or you shouldn't feel the way you feel? It's not your job to get your parents to understand you. Don't get it twisted. It's your job to get things off your chest. Respectfully though, respectfully. Set boundaries and be respectful. Say how you feel, express express how you feel, get it off your chest so you can move on and forgive them and forgive yourself. I'm not telling you to forgive them. That is definitely a personal choice. You do not have to forgive your parents if you do not have to, but at least forgive yourself. Get things off your chest. Tell people how you feel before it's too late. Don't take people for granted. Don't take yourself for granted. Anything can happen in the
Flip of a switch.
whatever they choose to say or do, that's on them. That is on them. Learn to say that's on them. The way they react, that's on them. That's not a you issue. You can't control how they feel or react. At least do your part. Don't hold it in. Tell people how you feel. Don't hold the poison in. Let it out. Because guess what? You never know how much longer they're gonna be on this earth. You never know when you're gonna lose the opportunity and you're gonna be like, I really wish I told her or him how I felt. Remember, it's a journey. Healing is a journey. It's a lifelong process and it takes time. Give your parents love. Give yourself love. Acknowledge your pain. Tell people how you feel respectfully. Sometimes you may be wondering, why am I so depressed? Why am I so anxious? Why am I so sad? It's because things are going on in your mind. Yes, you can journal it. Yes, you can tell your therapist, but sometimes you need to tell your parents that. And if you can't tell your parents, write a letter and burn it. Oh, now I'm spilling some tea. Okay, y'all might have to pay for this. Okay.
Please like this video.
Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, take care, be kind to yourself, keep growing, forgive yourself, love yourself, and know that you are valuable and you are worthy. Curtains finally closing. About. Period. I'm gonna see you in the next one.